Hundreds of residents in Russia's Chelyabinsk and Bashkortostan regions were evacuated as melting ice caused river levels to rise and flood villages. Rescuers and local dwellers waded through floodwaters and used boats to evacuate. According to Associated Press, the town of Asha in the Chelyabinsk region partly flooded with more than 200 houses and 300 household plots submerged. 170 people were evacuated from their homes. In the neighboring region of Bashkortostan, more than 120 people were evacuated. About 80 people, including 17 children, have been evacuated to a temporary accommodation center, which has been opened at a school, said Eduard Idrisov, the acting head of the Russian Emergency Ministry in the Bashkortostan region. The residents are provided help, including door-to-door checking and briefings, he added. Experts say the unusually warm weather has caused the high water season to start 2 weeks earlier. Last year, heavy floods in the neighboring Orenburg region left more than 12,000 residential buildings and more than 19,000 households submerged, with thousands of residents evacuated.
Введен режим чрезвычайной ситуации. Возможно затопление придомовых территорий.
Порядка 80 человек, из них 17 детей, эвакуировано в созданной на базе школы ПВР. Жителям оказываются необходимые мероприятия по оказанию помощи, подворовые обходы, инструктажи.
Вот и пошел.
Мы здесь стоим у Козинского моста, лед тронулся. Пошло. Отходит со дворов, смотри. Дороги вода уходит.
Автодорога Зуяк-Габдюкова. Дорога закрыта.
Село Габдюково. У нас очищается река Инзер от льда. Вот крупные глыбы прям.
В результате обильного снеготаяния и выпадения большого количества осадков в виде дождя произошло подъем в реке Гумбейка, соответственно, в результате чего произошло подтопление 36 приусадебных участков в данном поселке.
NATO should start preparing now by making its primary air bases less vulnerable to Russian Kedra medium-range ballistic missiles, also known as Oreshnik, says Deka Evelev in a report for Foreign Policy. Russia struck Dnipro with a multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicle missile with conventional warheads on the 21st of November. Ukraine identified the weapon as an intermediate-range ballistic missile launched from a Kedra missile system. Russia has never used such a weapon against Ukraine before. An investigation of the attack and assessment of the damage is ongoing. This can be achieved by dispersing aircraft to secondary runways and highways across Europe, making them harder to target. The report highlights that the use of long-range ballistic missiles could significantly alter Russia's strategy in a future conflict with NATO, posing a real threat. Despite its high cost, the missile is well suited for attacking air bases where its sub-munition can cause substantial harm. In a war with NATO, Russia is likely to attack the alliance's air bases in the opening days of a conflict. Russia is well aware of NATO's air superiority, and it hopes to give its forces some breathing room by destroying or at least delaying NATO's ability to respond, says the report. The analyst points out that modern fighter jets, especially the F-35, are too complex to repair in field conditions. Decades of budget cuts have also concentrated NATO's air forces on a few key bases, making them especially vulnerable to Kedra missiles. While Russian missiles with conventional warheads failed to incapacitate key Ukrainian air bases due to low accuracy and effective air defense, Kedra can help Russia resolve this issue. Based on Russia's performance in Ukraine, it may take dozens of conventional Iskander missiles to destroy aircraft at major air bases. It would take far fewer Oreshniks to achieve a similar effect, says the analysis. Experts suggest that using Kedra missiles gives Russia more non-nuclear options, lowering the risk of early nuclear escalation. They provide Russia with increased opportunities to disrupt NATO's operations. The problem is that European defense systems are not fully equipped to counter medium-range ballistic missiles. While many NATO bases are protected by layered missile defense, Kedra can fly beyond the interception range of most systems and descends too quickly for interceptors like the Patriot air defense system. Interceptors capable of stopping them, such as the Arrow 3 and SM-3 Block IIA, will likely be deployed in limited quantities if current procurement trends continue. Regardless of how the war in Ukraine ends, in a decade or two, NATO may face a rearmed Russia wielding a reconstituted arsenal in which large conventional ballistic missiles like the Oreshnik feature prominently. The report concludes,